This is the second day of working on this painting, and this video probably represents about an hour and a half of work. And as you can see, I'm still trying to figure it out because I have a very busy background. So it's funny, when I start painting, I don't see any of that background stuff. So I hope it's not too distracting for you. So I started by restating all my lights. I started with the light on the top of the boat, and then I'm just putting in everything, and I figured out a way for you to be able to see my palette, so I hope that's, I don't know if that's helpful or not, but you can see how little I really mix on the palette, and then I just have this little puddle of lights that I'm working in and out of, sometimes a little more yellow, sometimes a little more pink. The red I'm using there is the Permanent Rose, which is a cool red. It makes a nice pink. I'm painting all of this pretty much with one brush, just a round bristle brush, and now I'm adding the blues to the water. So I'm working from my lightest colors to my darkest colors, and I'm not particularly trying to blend anything yet. I'm just going to get the sky all covered, and then I'll come back and sort of smush it together a little bit. In oils, I almost always start with my lightest colors just because that way I can be sure I keep them clean. And I'm trying to make everything better. That's my plan. Better colors, better shapes. So I'm also drawing a little bit. I don't really love to paint from photographs, but in the winter, I don't know, that's kind of what I do. And I do most of my oil painting in the winter from photographs, and then when I'm painting outdoors, I mostly am using pastels. I've never even tried to do a painting from one of my pastels. I don't know why, that doesn't interest me. Everything is just a standalone thing. And the sun was out today, and that's the problem with the south-facing windows in a studio, or I guess mine are kind of southwest. You know, on the northern hemisphere, the sun is going to shine in your studio, so that's why artists have always wanted north light studios in this hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, you'd want to have a south light studio. So it's kind of a paradoxical combination of trying to paint what I see, and then also I can't paint everything I see in the first layer, so I'm developing it toward the finish. And here on that sail cover, I'm trying to do a little drawing too because it wasn't really drawn very well. And I put in those two little tie downs just to make sure that I had the sail in relationship to the hull cover. And right in that area, I've got a lot of stuff going on, so it's kind of too bad. I mean, I could leave out that dock, but so far I'm kind of liking it there, so you know, who knows, I might paint it out eventually, but I'm going to have to struggle there to make sure the boom stands out in front of the dock. So now I'm putting in my greens. I really wanted to wait for those because I'm using phthalo green, and man, it just gets into everything. You can see I'm still working out of my little puddles down there. And I kind of forgotten, but I used to always put my palette at sort of the same angle as my painting so that it was catching the same kind of light as my painting. I especially used to do that when I did more oil painting outside. but you can see it's like sort of slipping down. So yeah, just trying to make each color better. I'm not really breaking it into more shapes yet. Decided to shorten that jetty over there. I'm trying to put in a little bit of the wobbles in the reflection. All right, and so that was the end of maybe 4 hours of painting.